We showed you how to use your Dutch oven in episode 1. In this episode, we're going to show you how to use that Dutch oven again to make some quick and easy peach cobbler. Let's get smoking. I promised you an easy peach cobbler, and I promise you this is going to be the easiest recipe you'll ever do. All you're going to need is a yellow cake mix, some canned chunk peach. Make sure you have a peach that has lots of juice because that juice is going to play a very vital role. And you're going to need lots and lots of butter. And basically all you're going to do is you're going to take your cans of peaches and you're just going to dump them inside this pot. Make sure they're well distributed, which these seem to be here. Then you're going to take your yellow cake mix and you're just going to sprinkle the top of it evenly, coating all this evenly. And that juice is going to help build this cake as it bakes. Pour it all out and make sure you got it distributed evenly. You can actually take you a spatula and you can make sure that it's even, just kind of smooth it out a little bit. And then to add that layer of flavor, you're going to take your butter and just stack it on top. Just go around, covering just about everything you can with that butter. What you're going to notice as this cooks, this butter, when it melts, is going to produce this really rich tasting crust. And I tell you, this butter does make the difference. And I would suggest you use whole butter myself. That's what we use, and it comes out perfect every time. So we're going to cover this up and we're going to put it over the coals. We'll see you then. All right, we just want to get this in kind of a circular pattern. That helps distribute the heat on the bottom side of this. As you'll notice, this thing has legs on it, keeps it up off of that heat, but it's going to make sure that heat gets evenly distributed around the sides of the Dutch oven. In episode 1, you'll notice that we made a circular pattern or so for the charcoal. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to make sure that we get this around the outside of this, and we can kind of shape it a little more as we put the pot on there and we get an actual shape of the pot. But you're just going to want to go around the outside of this Dutch oven. Now, in order to make sure this top cooks, we're going to want to put coals on the top of this too. And as you'll notice, this Dutch oven has a lip, and that's to hold these coals inside there. So we're going to put some coals around the outside of this, all the way around the outside edge. We are just spreading these out in a circular pattern. Once again, just making sure that our heat is evenly distributed. And what we're going to do is we're going to monitor this. We're going to just let it cook for about an hour or so. And we're going to want to twist it at about a quarter of a turn every 15 or so minutes. And that just reduces us from burning anything. When you're baking, you get hot spots and you don't want one side to cook more so than the other. So you're going to turn the bottom one way, the pot itself one way, and you're going to turn the lid counterclockwise about a quarter turn every 15 minutes. All right, we're going to twist it around clockwise on the Dutch oven pot. And we're going to go counterclockwise a quarter turn on the lid itself. And that's what we're going to do every 15 minutes. So we've had this peach cobbler going for about an hour. I've been peeking in on it when no one was looking just to see how it was going. It looks really good. It's about time to serve this up. So we're going to take this lid off, get it out of the way so we can just make sure we don't get no coals inside this cobbler. The last thing you want is charcoal inside your peach cobbler. So let's serve this up and see what it looks like. I tell you what, it's really smelling great right now. That crust is a golden brown, looking really good. I'm gonna serve a little of this up. Look at that. And you gotta have your bluebell ice cream when you have peach cobbler. It's a Texas tradition. Homemade vanilla, best there is. We're just gonna take a little scoop of it there, put it on top of the cobbler there. Look at that. Makes you want to dive right in, doesn't it? It's good stuff.
Howdy folks, it's John Garza from your Tejas Brothers, and you've just heard Boogie Woogie Mamacita on Big Skinny's Texas Backyard BBQ and more. Let's get smoking.